Hello friends, my name is 𝐂𝐴 and I am the director of the Winning Edge Defense Academy, Dehradun. My institute specializes in preparing candidates for Rashtriya Indian Military College or RIMC, Sainik schools and Rashtriya Military Schools. Today we have a special session with our mentor Mr. Daljinder, who is a specialist faculty for mathematics and English for RIMC. आज हम मिस्टर दलजिंदर से बात करेंगे कि RIMC का जो मैथ्स का जो एग्जाम है उसकी तैयारी कैसे करते हैं. सो इफ योर चाइल्ड इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर RIMC और इफ यू नो समबडी हु इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर RIMC, प्लीज शेयर दिस वीडियो विद हिम और हर. दिस वीडियो विल benefit a lot of students. Daljinder, welcome on this show. And in today's show, what we are going to discuss is carry out a detailed analysis of mathematics paper. Tell the students how to prepare for the maths paper.
Sure.
Give them some shortcut tips and some preparation strategies so that they can score well on the in the maths exam for RIMC.
So if I talk about maths paper is of 200 marks. Now 200 marks का होता है, but what is inside the paper? 200 marks में paper is divided into two parts, part A and part B. जो आपका पार्ट ए होता है उसमें देयर आर टोटल ऑफ 20 क्वेश्चंस. 20 क्वेश्चंस एज इन सारे जनरल क्वेश्चंस, कुछ क्वेश्चन इंटीजर्स के ऊपर हैं, कुछ नंबर लाइन पे हैं, कुछ प्रॉफिट लॉस के ऊपर हैं, सम आर ऑन वर्क इन टाइम. सो लाइक दिस दे हैव गिवन यू 20 क्वेश्चंस टू चेक योर एक्चुअल एबिलिटी टू क्रैक दैट एग्जाम. देन अगर हम पार्ट 2 की बात करते हैं तो पार्ट 2 इज अगेन ऑफ 100 मार्क्स, जहाँ पे देयर आर ओनली 10 क्वेश्चंस दिस टाइम. अभी 10 क्वेश्चंस का क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है? दीज 10 क्वेश्चंस आर ऑफ एनहांस्ड लेवल एज कम्पेयर टू पार्ट 1. पार्ट 1 में हमने देखा था कि 20 क्वेश्चन थे, राइट? नाउ इन पार्ट 2 वी हैव ओनली 10 क्वेश्चंस, जो कि इज अ गुड थिंग फॉर अस इफ वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर इट, बिकॉज इट हैज इट्स ओन पैटर्न. RIMC हैज इट्स ओन पैटर्न, जहाँ पे वो पार्ट बी में मोस्ट प्रोबेबली और जो हमारा एनालिसिस है उसमें हमने देखा है कि वो वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स देते हैं. सो वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स कैन नॉट बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम एवरी चैप्टर एंड दे कैन नॉट बी ऑफ गुड मार्क्स वेटेज. सो 10 मार्क्स की अगर आपको एक वर्ड प्रॉब्लम देनी है तो इट हैज टू बी फ्रॉम सम स्पेसिफिक चैप्टर्स, जो कि हमने ऑफ कोर्स डिकोड कर रखे हैं आपके लिए, व्हिच वी विल बी शेयरिंग इन दिस वीडियो.
जैसा कि दलजिंदर जी ने बताया कि जो आपका मैथ्स का पेपर है 200 मार्क्स का है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज टोटल रिटन एग्जाम इज ऑफ 400 मार्क्स. सो 50% of written is only mathematics, so you have to be really good at maths. What I would like you to tell Daljinder is firstly what is the level. कई पेरेंट्स हमसे कांटेक्ट करते हैं कि सर मेरा बेटा 4th में है तो मैं कोचिंग ज्वाइन करना चाहता हूँ. आई डिस्करेज देम. आई सेड मैथ्स का लेवल इज वेरी हाई एट इन क्लास 4th and 5th they may find it difficult to cope up with maths. So you have given the strategy, overall distribution of marks of the maths paper, 10 questions and 20 questions. In this part of the talk, I would like you to tell the standard and then analyze in detail how are the 20 questions organized and how are the 10 questions organized. Over to you.
So if I like you said, like some parents who want to go for coaching and their child is right now in class 4, so how should they go about for preparation? Now it is very important to know what exactly is coming in the paper, right? What is the level of the paper, as you correctly asked. So level of the paper, if I would say, it's of class 6, 7 and 8. The concepts are of class 6 and 7, but mostly जैसे मैंने part B के बारे में बताया, which carries a good weightage of the maths paper, are from class 8, I would say. Okay, so to say that if we want the class 4 child to prepare, it's of course a little difficult for the child to do the questions of class 8, but yes, the basic part which I'm talking about, mathematics of 6th 7th level, that at least we can give the child a little exposure when he's in class 4 or 5. That will actually help him when he goes on for actual preparation of RIMC. So I wouldn't say that we should stop him from preparation. In fact, we can give him a little exposure and we can start early, and it will definitely give us better results there.
So parents, if you are watching this program, this video, now you are very clear how to go about preparing your child for the maths exam. Daljinder has rightly brought out that there are basic level questions which are organized as 5 marks questions and totaling up to 120 questions, and the second part is of 10 questions which are of higher level. Your child, if he is not good at maths, then I would recommend is that you push him towards maths. You give him some extra coaching, local help, or when your child is attending the coaching, we encourage parents to attend the classes so that they can explain the concepts to the child. What we have done is, on this channel only you can find most of the mathematics lessons are there as YouTube videos. You can follow them, and those videos have been prepared by Daljinder only, so you will find a connect. He is a good teacher, but the child also has to be good. A good teacher alone will not help you clear the exam. You yourself have to put the effort. In this part of the video, I would request Daljinder to go slightly into detail about the organization of those 20 questions, and then in the next part we'll take the organization of those 10 questions, and is there any other study material that is required by the children other than the NCERT books?
So if we talk about the detailed analysis of the maths paper, so let's talk about part 1 first, which is of 100 marks and it comprises of 20 questions. So here what we notice is very rarely some word problems are asked, which are very simple, maybe some straightforward formula based application questions. But if I talk about the topics which are there, so they give you questions based on integers. They give you, insertion of rational numbers, okay? There can be simple questions based on polygons, simple questions based on, angle sum property of a triangle, right? Then there are some questions based on parallel lines. Some are, very rarely we see some questions of data handling as well, like sometimes they ask you about mean, median and mode, okay? So those kind of questions are there. So which is actually all the, topics that you can see in class 6-7 level of NCERT. So for preparation of part A of the maths paper, I would say NCERT is good. You can go through 6th, 7th and 8th of NCERT. But if I talk about part B may there are good level questions, and so much so I was looking at a paper one time and I found a similar question in class 10th, and like you can imagine the level of the paper, but it's not that key, they are giving questions from class 10 level, but of course it can go up sometimes. So I would suggest, to go for some ICSE books for class 8, which I have found that, the general level is quite same. With talking about the word problems there, mostly they are from the topics that I'm going to list with you, as I've told you previously that we have tried to decode it. So they give you questions on distance and time, where there can be two trains, they're going in opposite direction or similar direction, those kind of questions where children easily get confused. That part is there. Then they ask you questions based on work and time, A did some work for some time, B did for some time, C came and then he left, X, Y, Z. So those kind of questions are also there. Then there are certain questions on ratio and proportion, again similar to, work and time. Then there are of course data handling, where you have graphs, probability and similar kinds of things are there. So that I would say is a brief analysis of the paper here.
So parents and students, RIMC candidates, I am sure our talk with Mr. Daljinder has been a fruitful talk, and you got valuable inputs regarding the mathematics paper. In the subsequent programs that we record with Mr. Daljinder, we will have English paper analyzed, so that even if you do not subscribe to any course or you don't have a proper study material available, you can refer to our YouTube channel, you can get in touch with us. Most of our study material is free on this channel. You can follow it up, and you can always come to Dehradun for have offline coaching, or you can subscribe to our online course. Daljinder, I thank you for giving such good insights into the maths paper. I am sure people are going to love it.
Sure. It's going to be of great help to them. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye and Jai Hind.